Okay, so we're in the Chery Arrizo 5. This is Chery's electric car and one of the few purely electric cars that you can buy in the country. So we've done a review on this last year, but we mostly drove it in the city. I think the biggest question for someone who's thinking of buying an electric car is, can you take it on a long road trip? So that's what we'll do in this video. We'll take the Chery Arrizo 5 to a 300-kilometer road trip to ACEA beach resort in Subic and then back again. We'll try to do that without charging, and hopefully we don't end up behind a tow truck. So can you take an electric car like the Arrizo 5 on a long road trip without charging? Let's find out. If you haven't seen my review of the Arrizo 5 yet, you can click on the link above. If you'd rather not, I'll give you a quick overview. The Arrizo 5 is a fully electric subcompact car. This is not like a hybrid that has a gasoline engine and a battery. This one is completely dependent on battery power alone. It's about the size of a Vios. So on the outside, it looks like a normal car. Perhaps a bit too normal. It may look plain on the outside, but wait until you see the interior, because I think it looks borderline luxurious. A few things may give away the fact that this is a different car. It doesn't have a grille. It doesn't have exhaust tips. And also these decals may give you subtle hints that this is an electric car. So the Arrizo 5 is a fully electric car, but unlike most electric cars, you don't have a frunk here. Let me show you. It almost looks like an engine bay, but there is no internal combustion engine here. It's all electric. You have a radiator. You have coolant over there. So let's show you how you charge the car. So you have one quick charging port over here. Can you see that? There we go. And you have your standard charging port over here. And you can charge it by plugging it to a home outlet. A regular AC outlet will do. So you plug this here, and that's it. It's not very complicated. The interior of the Arizo looks very luxurious. You have leather on the dashboard. This is soft touch, leather. You don't have a lot of hard plastics here. It doesn't have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, but it does have phone mirroring. It has E-Link. It also has navigation, but it's only in Chinese. So one unique feature of the Arrizo 5 is this gear shifter over here. So it's not a shifter, it's a knob. And look what happens when I turn the engine off, or when I turn the car off. Okay, it's supposed to go down. There you go. And when you turn it on, it goes back up again. So to shift it, you just rotate the knob like so. Yeah, so of course you have amenities like USB ports over here, a 12-volt outlet. You have 2 cup holders, storage for your phone and for your cards. Both seats, by the way, are manually adjustable, but they're covered in kilted leather. Look very nice. You have a sunroof. It's not panoramic though. Yeah, so if you want to know more about the Arrizo 5, you can check out my previous review. This is just a refresher. So yeah, let's go on that road trip. The Arrizo 5 is supposed to have a range of 350 to 401 kilometers. Of course, you want to be safe. We want to get there and back with a bit of allowance left, in case you have to do stopovers or in case we get caught in traffic. So we'll try to save as much energy as possible. We're not going to do acceleration runs in this video. We're going to do a bit of hypermiling,
we're gonna do a bit of drafting, which I'll explain later. We'll do a lot of coasting. We'll try not to go over 80 kph, and we'll turn the aircon on and off intermittently. So we leave at 11 AM. The car is 95% charged. The range shows 396 kilometers. Yeah, so let's go.
Okay, so we've done 5.7 kilometers. Our range is 389 kilometers. We have the aircon off and we have this electric fan.
Make it electric fan. There's a mosquito.
Sige, 389 kilometers.
There's a mosquito. There's a mosquito.
150 kilometers going to ACEA. So, mas malaki ang ating allowance. We'll see. So we've done 10.5 kilometers and we've consumed 7 kilometers of range. Traffic is pretty bad along MX. So we still have the aircon off and we're still using Beto's fan.
My mini fan.
So check natin pag in-on yung aircon na. Kung anong effects sa range. From 384, naging 359 kilometers. So pabalik, pag marami pa tayong range, pwede tayong mag-aircon na siguro. Ngayon, todo hypermiling muna tayo. So at highway speeds, 50% of the engine power is used to overcome air resistance. So Mythbusters did a test on this. If you're following 100 feet behind a large truck at 100 kph, you'll be saving 10% energy. And if you lessen that distance to 50 feet, you'll be saving 20%. And let's try testing that out. This truck is doing 90 kph, I think. I have to get closer, but not too close. And we're now drafting behind the truck. Let's see how it affects our range. We'll do this for the next 15 minutes. We're currently at 369 kilometers. We'll see if we can maintain that range. Okay, so we did 10.2 kilometers, but we only consumed 7 kilometers of range. So that's a difference of 3 kilometers. So if you have a large truck in front of you, it creates a low pressure area behind it. It breaks the air in front of it, so your car won't have to break through as much air. And the closer you get to it, the less resistance you get. Of course, at highway speeds you have to be mindful of the distance then, kasi so they call this drafting. In NASCAR they call this the slipstream. So if you've seen NASCAR, cars tend to stay very close behind the car in front of it. That's to take advantage of the aerodynamics. And that's essentially what we're doing here, but we're not as close. Wow, V8 Mustang.
don't care, man. We're here to save the earth. So we're currently going downhill and the battery is charging. You have this gauge over here which shows you if you're consuming power or if you're charging the battery. So if it's orange like this, you're charging the battery, and the more bars you have, the more energy you're putting into the battery. If it turns blue, you're consuming power. As you can see, it went from 299 kilometers to 300 kilometers because we charged the batteries.
Wow, there's a plane.
You see, Kenny, we are at the ACEA.
You have reached your destination.
We're now at ACEA. So the trip was 130 kilometers. Tapos we still have 287 kilometers of range left. Going 3 hours a trip. So this is our room. 2 beds and with a very nice view of the beach. So ACEA has an infinity pool. As you can see, the pool looks like it's seamless with the sea. So you can sit in the pool, gaze at the horizon, and feel like you're in the beach without sand getting into your crevices. So there's a beach and there's also a pool, but you can't see the beach from the pool and you can't see the pool from the beach. It's a pretty good optical illusion. So if you book a room, you get complimentary breakfast. It's a buffet breakfast and the food choices are quite diverse. Whether you're a vegan or a carnivore, you'll find something that might suit your taste. Overall, ACEA is an excellent place for a vacation, staycation, or workation. They have Wi-Fi everywhere, even on the beach, so you can work while relaxing. They have a gym, they have jet ski rentals. So overall, it's a 9 out of 10 for me. I would definitely like to go back. So it's only 130 kilometers on the way to Subic. So I thought that was going to be the same distance on the way back. But I didn't take into account the fact that Subic's traffic laws are very strict. So we got pulled over. At first they said that I was speeding, which I thought was ridiculous since I was hypermiling. But then he said that I didn't stop at a stop sign, which is something that we don't have a lot of in Metro Manila. But apparently they're everywhere in Subic. So we had to make an unscheduled trip to pay the ticket. So we had to take a longer route, which added about 30 kilometers to our trip. Okay, so pabalik na kami. Medyo natagalan kasi
Nahuli kami na taga
It's now on our screen
6:28.
6:28. We are
We had
13 kilometers away, 15 kilometers away from Manila.
15.
1.5.
Yeah. We had a 2-hour stopover. Yeah.
Nag-Starbucks at bumili ng shoes. We still have 113 kilometers of range left. We have done 275 kilometers, almost 300. We traveled 290 kilometers and we still had 99 kilometers of range left when we got home. So that's almost 400 kilometers of total range. By the way, when we left Manila, the battery was only charged 95%. So if it was fully charged, we probably could have done a lot better than we did. So the last time we drove the car, I drove it in the city. The thing about electric cars is that they do a bit better in the city than on the highway. Electric cars usually have a regenerative braking system. So when you're slowing down in traffic, when you're stepping on the brakes, you recharge the battery. But if you're on the highway, you're usually traveling at a constant speed, and that tends to shorten your range a bit. But still, with a bit of hypermiling, with a conservative foot, I was able to get a lot of range out of the car. So I did a bit of drafting. I tried to coast downhill. I turned the aircon on and off intermittently. So driving with the aircon on tends to lower your range, but I think even with the aircon on, we still could have completed the journey with plenty of range left. We had 99 kilometers left. So yeah, the car has an expected range of 401 kilometers, and that could be longer if you're in the city and if you're driving without the aircon on. So 401 kilometers is, I think, enough for most road trips. And for people like me who do less than 40 kilometers a week, I can last several months on one charge. And that makes this car very practical. So hopefully this video definitively answers the question, can you take an electric car on a long road trip? I think that was a pretty thorough test. I think we can definitely say now that you can take the Chery Arizo 5 on a long road trip. If you found this video helpful, I would appreciate it very much if you would click on that subscribe button and the like button. And I'll see you on my next video.